The Premier League season is just a few days away now. The craze for the new season is pretty high in Pakistan too. Though a large chunk of population forgets what the offside rule is every time they tune into a football match, but the Premier League is loved and cheered countrywide. Teams like Liverpool, Manchester United have more of a fan following, but you can find the supporters for other top teams or mid-table teams, and one or two Sunderland supporters as well. So here is a random Pakistani guy predicting the Premier League table. Some may have a very strange accent, but I am a Pakistani, proud Pakistani. And these are my predictions. I may sound that I have a football knowledge of a smashed potato, but I think this will happen. I think I might just get 75% right. Number 20, Norwich. Yes, Norwich, the yo-yo club of the divisions. They just have to go down every time they come up. Daniel Farke is having his 4th season in the club, and he hasn't changed the fate of the team, has he? The team squad just screams championship standards. They have some good players like Todd Cantwell and Timo Pukki, but it's a fact that they're good at the championship level. They're not that good at the Premier League level, are they? They may have signed Billy Gilmore on loan, but you might see a good link up with Todd Cantwell, but they're going down, aren't they? Number 19, Newcastle. Ah yes, Newcastle is going down. Finally going down, Newcastle. I love it. Mike Ashley's horror tenure is gonna see another relegation. The Saudi money isn't coming anywhere near in the future, and the squad depth isn't there. They needed some good signings after that tough last campaign in which Newcastle was flirting with danger in the relegation zone. But if it was not for Joe Willock's heroics, it may have been a very strange result for Newcastle. There are news coming that they might sign Joe Willock on 20 million from Arsenal, but if that happens, that's going to be good for Newcastle. One player does not make you a good team. You got to have a good squad, and Newcastle are lacking that. They need some good defenders, and they need some goal scorers up front. But they're going down, aren't they? But I think they're going down, and we might see the derby in the next season championship. How are the lads? Number 18, Watford. Another first season back and going down again sort of situation. Watford are going down. They have scored, also screamed standard squad. But they have made some decent signings this summer. Joshua King from Everton and Danny Rose from Tottenham are good players. And also Juraj Kočka, which is a good signing, but they are pretty much weak defensively. Ismail Assar and Tridini is also going to be main hopes for Watford's survival. Watford might be going down, but we know that we are going to enjoy the GoPro in the goal, which is going to be great. Number 17, Wolves. The Portugal FC. They have a new manager from Portugal. What's his name? Lug? What's that name? Who does not have a great CV while coaching. He's coached the Giants like Shabab Al Ahly and the 19th, Sintense, and other strange clubs. So this is his first job at a very high level. So he might surprise us with good performances, but we're going to see what happens. So we're talking about the team. They have not made some good signings in this summer, and which may really affect them in this season. The main goal scorers are missing after that injury to Raul Jimenez in the last season and Diogo Jota leaving for Liverpool. They have lost the main goal scoring options, which hampered them in the last season, and it might affect them this season. But I think they just might survive. They just might survive on probably 1 or 2 points, because they have some decent players in the middle. So we might see them surviving. The likes of Pedro Neto might be influential for his team's survival in this season. Let's see. Number 16, Burnley. Sean Dykes knows the art or two about surviving in the Premier. He's just got this wonderful talent, isn't he? This guy is an absolute legend of the club. Burnley should make a statue of this man. So they were number 17 the last season, and this season isn't going to be changed as well. So Sean Dykes' main plan is to go to the 40-point mark, which he didn't really reach in the last season, did he? So I think he might reach that 40 points mark, and this save is and might just eke out another survival in the Premier League. Let's see. Number 15, Crystal Palace. I think if this video was done about a couple of months ago, I would not have put Crystal Palace at 15. I would have put them right in the bottom, because their club was just going nowhere. They didn't have a manager, they didn't have a complete squad. The main players were just leaving the club. And then they signed Patrick Vieira as their manager, which was a strange decision at that time. But I think now he has a really wonderful Summer signings like for the likes of Michael Olise and Mark Guahi and Josh Mendelson and the likes of Wilfred Zaha, Christian Benteke and Eze already in the squad. So I think this might be a fun team with a rookie manager. Tough start. They may have a tough start, but we'll just get up soon to survive for another season. Number 14, Southampton. It's going to be a big test for Ralph Hasenhüttl to make this team survive, with Danny Ings leaving and the talks of James Ward-Prowse also leaving the club. I think it's a work cut out for Ralph Hasenhüttl. We might see him get sacked before the Christmas, but I think the club will show trust in him, and he will help them survive in the season. They have made some good signings, like for the likes of Adam Armstrong from Blackburn Rovers, which is a good signing. He might be really handy for his team's survival. But I think they have decent enough depth to finish 3 positions higher than the relegation zone. Number 13, Brighton Hove Albion. The XG club of the Premier League, the love darling of the football hipsters. That's what the Irish guy says. Number 13 is a fairly decent position for Brighton Hove Albion. They were in the relegation scrap last season. The main reason was they were creating chances, but the goal scorer wasn't there. I think with the money they have received for Ben White, which is 15 million, which is mental, I guess. So I think they might just sign a really decent striker for that 50 million. With that striker, I think this is going to be a really fun team to watch in this season. Number 12, Brentford. Back to the top flight, first time after 1947. So they are in the Premier League after a really, really long time. The last time they were in the top flight, it was 1947. Pakistan and India were not even a country. Long time ago. So I think this team has a really good recruiting system. They've got a really good, decent manager and some decent players with the likes of Ivan Toney and others. I think this might just help them finish in a very, very respectable number 12. They need some good defenders in this squad to add that stability in the back, but I think they're gonna really good chance of finishing 12th. Number 11, Leeds. A great first season back to the Premier League. Leeds will finish another good season. A few hiccups up here and there, and they might just finish number 11. They've got a great manager, which will help them do the job for another season in the Premier League. Might have a good cup run, so watch out for them in the FA Cup. I think this team is really good, and they'll finish number 11 easily. Number 10, West Ham. A really great unexpected last season. I think the Europa League is going to take its toll on the squad, and I don't think so there's going to be any European football for the next season, and they're going to finish number 10. Yes, they got some good players from the likes of Soucek, Rice and Kufal, which will be their main men for this season, but I think the European football is going to take its toll, as I said earlier. So number 10 is going to be what West Ham will finish. Number 9, Everton. So making Rafa Benitez your manager was a really controversial decision for Everton, and which they will make. So this might just turn out really strange for them. Number 9 finish. I've picked them for number 9 because so Carlo Ancelotti's 5-year plan at the club was over after he left for Real Madrid. So this is going to be a new chapter in Everton with Rafa Benitez as a manager. So they might just fit. So they'll finish number 9. The squad needs depth, which will hamper their chances for Europe in this season. So I think push for Europe until February, but the lack of squad depth, as I said earlier, and few injuries here and there would let them finish number 9. Number 8, Arsenal. So Arsenal is going to have another season without the European football. So I'm predicting them to have another Europe-less season the next time as well. Arsenal were solid defensively last season, but need goals up front. Aubameyang isn't performing well, so they've got Ben White for a very expensive 50 million, as I pointed out earlier, and Kyle Saka and Lacazette and other decent enough players in the squad will help them reach number 8, and I think they're going to have a really good FA Cup run as well, but we'll lose the semi-final to Manchester United. Number 7, Tottenham. Don't say that I'm making these prediction videos copying the last season's table. No, I think Tottenham will finish in the 7th position. Will play another really hard competition of UEFA Conference League. Harry Kane is staying at the club and he might have a trophy this season, the UEFA Conference League. No real business except Brian Gill from Sevilla for 21 million. I think Nuno Espirito Santo is a good manager, but he might not see his team going to the Europa League or Champions League positions. Number 6, Aston Villa. Oh yes, Aston Villa. Yes, Aston Villa at number 6. That's my prediction. Brilliant summer window. They have just a brilliant summer window, so you'll ever see. They have sold Jack Grealish for 100 million. Which is also a very expensive sale which is also a very great sale, I must say. And they made some really good signings this summer. Emi Brenda was an absolute brilliant, had an absolute brilliant last season for Norwich, and also a very good pre-season for Aston Villa. Ashley Young is back for free, and Danny Ings for 25 million is also a very, very good purchase. He might just add 15 goals to what Villa scored last season, which is an absolutely brilliant signing. Looking forward to this. Also, they've signed another good player from Bayer Leverkusen, Leon Bailey for 13. Sums up this top class window for them. Why not number 6? Number 5, Liverpool. Oh dear me, Liverpool are finishing number 5. Yes, it is sad, but Liverpool will end up in number 5, outside the Champions League positions. Yes, Virgil van Dijk and Gomez are back, but what about the rest? You can't just ask a man out of a coma to straight away drive a car. He may end up being in a permanent one. No real good signings, largely due to FSG not releasing funds. And with Wijnaldum gone, they needed a really good solid playmaker, which they haven't really bought in this summer. Salah, Firmino, and Mane. That is an aging front three. They gotta have some good signings. Minamino looks a good player, but it really is he that good to break into the top 3? Well, let's see. I think that Liverpool is gonna finish number 5. Number 4, Leicester. Leicester is a part of new top 6. They are one of the elite clubs with the way they perform and with the way they just carry about their things. Finally in the Champions League position after 2 major heartbreaks. They've signed Patson Daka from Bundesliga, which is a really good signing. He's from Zambia, and with that signing they've sold 100,000 Leicester shirts in Zambia, which is absolutely a mental number. James Maddison might be leaving, which may be a concern for them, and if Jamie Vardy gets injured, which can really affect the club, but I think they've got a really decent squad, which will help them finish number 4. Number 3, Manchester United. They had a really good season last one, after a really shaky start, but the good signings of Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane to add up squad what they already have is really a good team to watch out, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to help his squad finish at number 3. And they might just challenge for the title, but will end up at number 3. Just 1 point off second position. Number 2, Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel is building a really formidable lineup for this Chelsea squad. They are the European champions and would be just a few points off the top of the Premier League this season. It would be really close between them and Manchester City. We're going to talk about that later. They may have missed a few chances last season, but the addition of Romelu Lukaku is really going to add that addition of converting those chances which were missed by Werner, and we also might see a really good link up between him and Timo Werner, which is going to be a fun one to watch. Number 1, Manchester City. Why are they doing this anyway? Manchester City looks the team to beat. They have the squad depth. They have a squad worth 1 billion, and the most expensive signing of 100 million Jack Grealish might find it tough to start. But the link between Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne is going to be really great to watch. They will win the Carabao Cup and might win the FA Cup, so they'll do a domestic treble this season. I'm predicting this. Watch out for the quadruple, but I think they're going to lose to PSG in the final of the Champions League yet again. So that's my prediction. That's the end of the video. I think I've just made a very strange predictions. Let's see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching.